The entire cafeteria went silent. Trays froze midair, laughter died in throats, and even the hum of conversation vanished. All eyes were on one corner, where a tall, broad-shouldered senior had the new girl's wrist twisted painfully behind her back, her brown skin glistened under the harsh fluorescent lights, and her braided hair fell over her face as she tried not to cry out. But her silence only seemed to anger him more. "Say you're sorry," he hissed through gritted teeth, tightening his grip. She gasped, her voice trembling. "For what? I didn't do anything." A ripple of whispers traveled across the room. That was the first week Maya Johnson had set foot in Ridgeway High. She had just moved to the small, mostly white town with her mother, a nurse who had transferred for work after years of saving up to escape their old neighborhood. Maya was used to being the new girl, but not like this. She'd always found a few friendly faces, a few smiles to get her through. But Ridgeway was different. Here, she felt like an outsider the moment she stepped off the bus. The first few days had been awkward but manageable, curious stares, a few snide comments, nothing she couldn't ignore. Until she met Tyler Briggs. Tyler was the kind of guy who thought the world revolved around him. Star quarterback, son of the school board president, and used to people laughing at his jokes no matter how cruel they were. His friends followed his lead like shadows, and he knew it. When Maya accidentally bumped into him in the lunch line that day, spilling a bit of chocolate milk on his Letterman jacket, the whole cafeteria went still. "You just ruined my jacket," he said, his voice calm but dangerous. "I said I'm sorry," Maya replied quickly, grabbing a few napkins, but that wasn't enough for him. Not for someone like Tyler, who needed an audience. "Oh, you're sorry? You think you can just stroll in here like you own the place? You people always think you can do whatever you want." The last three words cut through her like a knife. The air shifted, Maya froze. Around her, she could feel everyone watching, some shocked, others smirking. When she turned to walk away, Tyler grabbed her wrist. That's when it happened, the moment that would replay in everyone's minds for weeks. Maya struggled, her face twisting in pain. He yanked harder, trying to make her cry out, to humiliate her. "Say it again," he demanded. "Say you're sorry for ruining my..." "Let her go." The voice came from behind them, deep, calm, and full of quiet authority. Everyone turned. It was Jamal Reed. He was a transfer student too, though he'd arrived a few weeks before Maya. A tall, solidly built kid from Detroit, Jamal mostly kept to himself. Rumors said he'd been expelled from his last school for fighting, though no one knew the truth. He'd always eaten lunch alone, head down, earbuds in, until now. Tyler looked him up and down, smirking. "Oh, look. Another hero. You gonna stop me?" Jamal's eyes didn't waver. "I said, let her go." "Or what?" Tyler taunted. "You gonna hit me? Go ahead. Everyone's watching. One punch and you're done here." For a split second, it looked like Jamal might back down. He didn't move. The cafeteria was silent except for the faint hum of the soda machine. Then, in a blink, Jamal stepped forward, grabbed Tyler's wrist, and twisted it, not hard enough to break it, but enough to make him let go. Tyler stumbled backward, losing his balance, and hit the floor hard. The sound of his tray clattering echoed through the room. The crowd gasped. Tyler's face turned bright red as laughter rippled through the cafeteria. He scrambled to his feet, his pride bruised more than anything else. "You think you're tough?" he spat, lunging forward. Jamal didn't flinch. He simply sidestepped, letting Tyler's own momentum send him sprawling again. This time, Tyler hit the tile face first. His friends didn't move to help him. When he looked up, there were tears in his eyes, from pain, from humiliation, from realizing that, for the first time, he wasn't the one in control. The teachers rushed in seconds later, breaking up the crowd. Maya was taken to the nurse's office, still shaken but unharmed. Tyler was sent to the principal's office, his lip bleeding. Jamal was ordered to go too. The whole school buzzed with rumors by the end of the day. Some said Jamal broke Tyler's arm. Others said he'd body slammed him. The truth was much simpler. but no one cared about truth when drama was more entertaining. Maya sat on the bench outside the office, clutching her backpack. When Jamal came out, she looked up, unsure what to say. "Thank you," she whispered. He shrugged. "You don't have to thank me. No one should be treated like that. But now everyone's going to think you're violent." "They already do," he said quietly. "So what's one more rumor?" She saw something in his eyes then, a deep weariness, like he'd been fighting battles long before this one. Later that week, a video of the cafeteria incident started circulating. Someone had filmed the whole thing, and though it showed Tyler starting the fight, it also caught the exact moment Jamal twisted his arm and Tyler hit the floor crying. Half the school cheered him. The other half called him a thug. Maya watched as he sat alone again at lunch, pretending not to hear the whispers. She wanted to sit with him, but part of her was scared of being targeted again, scared of standing out even more. But that night, she overheard her mom talking on the phone about courage. About how doing the right thing often feels lonely. The next day, Maya walked into the cafeteria, took a deep breath, and sat down across from Jamal. The room went quiet for a moment. Then, one by one, a few other students, ones who'd seen what really happened, who were tired of pretending, joined them. That was the moment something began to change. It wasn't overnight, and it wasn't easy. Tyler's father tried to get Jamal expelled, threatening lawsuits. But when the video went viral, showing Tyler as the aggressor, the story took on a life of its own. News outlets picked it up. People online called Jamal a hero. For the first time, the truth mattered more than the lies. Tyler came back to school 2 weeks later, quieter, humbled. He didn't look anyone in the eye. One afternoon, Maya found him waiting by her locker. "I'm sorry," he muttered. She froze. "For what you said, or for getting caught?" He hesitated, eyes down. "Both, I guess. I didn't know how it felt until everyone turned on me. It's not fun." Maya studied him for a long moment, then nodded. "Then learn from it." He nodded, and for the first time, she believed he might. Jamal never bragged about what happened. He didn't have to. He just went on being himself, quiet, kind, always helping others when no one was looking. Months later, at the end of year assembly, something unexpected happened. The principal called Jamal up to the stage. "This award," she said, holding up a small plaque, "is for bravery and integrity, two things that define what our school should stand for. Thank you, Jamal, for reminding us all of that." The entire gymnasium erupted in applause. Maya stood up, clapping through tears. Jamal smiled, a small, humble smile, but in that moment, it lit up the room. Later, as they walked out together, Maya said softly, "You didn't just stand up for me that day. You changed everything." He chuckled. "I didn't change everything. People did." She smiled back. "Yeah, but they needed someone to start." And as they stepped out into the sunlight, the air felt lighter, like something ugly had finally been washed away. In a world where hate often speaks louder than kindness, sometimes all it takes is one moment of courage to shift everything. One person to say, "Enough." That day in the cafeteria, when a bully tried to break a new girl's arm, the world expected silence. But instead, it heard strength, and that sound still echoes, reminding anyone who listens that doing what's right might hurt for a moment, but it heals forever.